I'm Tom Campbell from Cultaholic.com alongside DLC edition of Adam Pacitti. It's the 05 one, you may have noticed, as opposed to the regular one.
What does that mean?
Slightly different finisher and a different haircut.
Better stats as well.
Oh, much better stats.
I've aged
Younger,
terribly.
firmer, brighter.
No doubt about that.
Newsier. Which WWE superstar is about to get a ridiculous new name? Shawn Michaels has turned down a match with which WWE Champion? And we've got some huge spoilers coming out of NXT's tapings last night. We start today with a WWE superstar getting themselves a brand spanking new redonkulous name. With the latest on that, here's Addy P.
Right, this is absolutely nuts. You may remember in a backstage promo this week on SmackDown, Shelton Benjamin referred to Chad Gable as Shorty. The reason for this is because of an apparent new rebrand of Chad Gable, who hasn't been wrestling much as of late. He popped up on 205 Live. That was very nice to see.
He had a great match on 205 Live.
It was really, really good.
Oh, spicy.
So, WWE have recently trademarked the name Shorty G. Oh, and the reason for Shelton Benjamin... It's worse than Slam Master James. The reason for Shelton Benjamin calling him Shorty is to eventually set up to... He's going to be called Shorty G, apparently. Chad Gable, one of the finest wrestlers on the roster. Shorty G, yo.
This sounds like a Vince McMahon production.
I was trying to think of positives on this on the way into work today. And it's like, okay, Chad Gable's difficult to chant. Yeah. Chad Gable, Shorty G, Shorty. That's the one positive that I can find.
I found that then in the NXT show in Newcastle years ago, the crowd were just chanting Gable to the sound of 2 Unlimited's supreme hit, No Limit.
Gable, 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 Jordan also.
Oh,
Jordan. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Alternatively, what if Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin become a tag team again? Mm-hmm. Shorty G, Shouty B.
That's nice.
That feels quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shorty G, Shouty B.
World's Greatest Tag Team 2.0.
World's Hottest Hipster G boys.
Jason Jordan can be the manager. That'd be nice if he can't wrestle anymore.
There you go, JCJ.
And Kurt Angle can watch on from backstage at an awkward angle. This might not happen. It might not happen. It's not confirmed as happening. It seems very odd. And I think it was Alvarez that said this is very likely to be happening soon. I hope they scrap it because I love Gable and I don't want to call him Shorty G.
What if they feud with the Cool Boys?
You and I?
No, well, we're the Cool Boys, obvs. But the Cool Boys that we mooted about a few weeks ago, Seth Rollins, the Street Profits, Becky Lynch, Cool Boys versus Shorties.
Survivor Series is set up. We've done it, Tom.
So in the latest endeavour from WWE to stop people going to that evil nonsense known as All Elite Wrestling, they've reached out to many wrestlers who they probably wouldn't normally reach out to for contractual discussions. There's one name in particular, actually, that I think there is no way in heck he's doing this shtick on WWE telly.
Mm-hmm. So Dave Meltzer's reported in The Observer that WWE have essentially just been opening up talks with people who they have no real interest in using just to stifle the competition. I think it's something that we've known they've been doing for a while because of the roster's absolutely huge. There are very, very, I don't want to say very few people that get TV time, but there are lots of people who don't get regular TV time, and that's very frustrating as a viewer, knowing that they've got all this talent. Some of the names that have been contacted recently, Joey Ryan, the man that you're talking about there, because he can't be sleazy Joey Ryan.
Could you imagine that?
Well, they'd have to turn it down to 2, wouldn't they? Tops.
But then most of his moves involve him flipping people with his fella.
With his fella. The others are LAX. Oh, I've got to. They're going to go to AEW. They're so suited to AEW, where they care about tag team wrestling.
That shtick doesn't suit WWE at all.
And the other is Conan. Oh, of course, affiliated with LAX.
Conan has got an older relationship with the WWE anyway, of course. Historians will know he was meant to be Max Moon back in the day. I reckon they've still got that outfit.
Oh, 100%. Of course they do.
Max Moon at the next Raw reunion.
I'd really like to see that. I'd really like. I mean, it wasn't him in the end, proper, was it? But still, put Conan in it for a laugh. So yeah, I mean, as I say, I think this is something that's fairly obvious that they are just looking to sign up as much talent as possible from all over the world, and this plays into their global expansion and the likely launch of NXT Canada, for example, is a likely one. NXT Japan is possible as well. All of these things are just to acquire as much talent as possible to keep them on the books.
I don't mind it being a way of like a global, as you say, global expansion, but it almost feels like a lot of people are being hired out of spite for AEW, which is really the wrong reason to. It's such a catch-22 because some of these guys will be offered money beyond their wildest dreams. But for the WWE, as we know, WWE are quite happy just to throw money at you to sit on a sofa. I wouldn't turn it down myself. But like guys like Joey Ryan, who's grafted all his career and he's forged a name for himself, he'll be given all that money to be told, right, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. It's not working, just go sit over there.
It worries me the same thing like
a career.
Session Moth Martina had a tryout recently in the UK, and there's been lots of speculation about her signing. And you just got to think, hey, it's the same story, isn't it?
Yeah.
She can't do half the stuff that makes her her or her character her. And yeah, no, I agree. I think it is. It's clever.
It's annoyingly
I don't know how clever it is.
It's clever on their part because they're
cheap.
aware.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, don't they? Here.
Put your money away, Vince, for a little bit. He thinks he's cute and he knows he's sexy. Shawn Michaels, not AJ Hazard, you cheeky little Jim. Shawn Michaels recently turned down a dream match with AJ Styles.
Absolutely. So AJ Styles, in an interview, said, "I asked Shawn about a match. He said no." There's more.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
That's on Shawn, guys. I can't do anything about that. I would love the opportunity, but I get where he's coming from too. It's one of those things where if you say you're going to retire. Now, granted, he had a match after his retirement, won. But I understand really not wanting to do it. When I retire, I want to stay retired too. It's just a massive contradiction there.
How good?
He's going to have another one. He's going to do Saudi again, isn't he?
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah,
I think so. But how gutted would we be if Shawn Michaels burned his one rematch wish that he got from the genie in the bottle? We burn that one rematch wish on that tag team match. The one time we get Shawn Michaels back and we get that shambolic state of affairs between basically the cast of Still Game in America. But the idea of missing out on Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles is really sad.
Yeah, AJ, I remember, maybe a year and a half ago. I think it was before Royal Rumble 2017? That's God, it's a long time ago. Do you remember he teased the Royal Rumble graphic with him and Michaels, some fan art, and everyone was like, "Whoa, a cheeky little devil." So he wants the match, Michaels doesn't. The thing is, I'm not even sure I want to see it because we're not going to get peak Michaels anymore. Don't get me wrong, he was good in the tag match. Michaels actually was pretty decent, but you know, it's not 2000 anymore. It's not 1997. It's not 1995. It's not 1992. We're in 2019 now. I had to think about that. I'm not that bothered.
I thought you said Pete Michaels.
Pete Michaels?
His less successful brother. Shawn Michaels won't have a match, but his brother Pete...
We're not going to get Pete Michaels anymore.
He's a painted decorator from Aldershot. He'll do the match. So this is an exciting little gem in a couple of weeks' time. A WWE Championship is being defended at an indie show, Adam Pacitti.
I mean, it's two WWE superstars.
Yeah.
The indie stars aren't getting the rub here, but it's still kind of cool.
I was hoping to be Ragnar versus the Intercontinental Champion in the Northeast.
It is Drew Gulak, the Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Kushida. You've got to think that's going to be a hell of a match. That's happening at Evolve 134 on Sunday, August 25th in Chicago, Illinois, which means CM Punk's going to be there! Confirmed!
We got the hand thing as well, so Defo confirmed. They will have a blinder.
Oh, it'd be a great match.
Blinder.
It'd be a great match.
I've enjoyed the relationship between Evolve and WWE being in the spotlight in the last few months because we had the Evolve show on the network recently. Obviously, Theory is now NXT bound.
Evolve champ, yeah.
The Evolve champ, and now this as well. I'm actually... I mean, my recent prediction history hasn't been particularly grand. I reckon we will see a title change.
Really?
At Evolve. Mm-hmm.
I think it's the most likely, yeah. I think... But then Kushida's down in NXT and he's the Cruiserweight Champion. Do you just immediately put him onto 205 Live?
Yeah.
I mean, he's ready, isn't he? I'm not going to... No, I think it's a fair... I don't know. I think it's the most likely yet, but I would still... If I was putting money on it, I'd put it on Gulak to retain, I think. I think this relationship is interesting. To me, this is probably about getting as many eyes, or getting more eyes on Evolve, so that when Evolve comes to the WWE network, people are familiar with it, want to watch it, want to upgrade and go on that higher paid tier. I think that's probably what they're doing here. We're likely to see Progress, ICW on there as well soon. So interesting stuff. And you know what? If I was in Chicago on Sunday, August 25th, tickets available now, I would probably pop along to that, because that's, you know, I
might
like those
pop
guys.
along anyway. I got some flyer miles, air miles, flyer miles, baby. Right, the following is spoilers from the NXT taping that took place last night. Now I know you are scared of swiping through a video in case you see spoilers. So when I have the spoiler hat on, it means there are spoilers happening.
Good luck keying this, Richard.
He's got this, he'll be fine.
I don't know if he has. I'm looking at the viewfinder. Yeah, you can do that, Richard. If the top of Tom's head disappears, then it's spoiler time, is what Tom's saying here. Some big spoilers from last night's NXT tapings. So click off if you don't want to hear them now. It's big news. This happened last night. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are your new NXT Tag Team Champions, defeating the Street Profits. This was set up essentially because the wrong member of the Undisputed Era was pinned at TakeOver, apparently. I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, I didn't spot that either. That was a subtle bit of booking, that was.
I don't remember commentary mentioning it. I think it was probably a mistake and that they've done this anyway. I feel sorry for the Street Profits here. I remember saying, I think it was in a video, it was Jack on the NXT predictions, that if they lose them at TakeOver, it'll be one of the worst NXT tag title reigns ever. Then people came up in the comments, vaudevillains. Yeah, fair play. But second worst reign ever. If we were ranking them now, it hasn't been a good reign for them. I really enjoyed the match on Saturday night, but poor Street Profits.
You know what? You say poor Street Profits. They're actually in a good feature position.
Because they're on Raw.
Now. They're on Raw now, and then think now this is them going off to Raw to play the WWE fanboys that hang out backstage.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not the coolest of all the gimmicks ever. That belongs to the cool boys, Seth Rollins and the Street Profits, in our own little universe. But it's still like it's good exposure for them to do that. I want to give another nod. Now I won't tell you the result of this, but from the tapings, another match from this. Look out for Dominik Dijakovic versus Keith Lee.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a great match on paper. That's how much I want to say.
Match the year candidate.
Really? That good?
Yeah, they absolutely.
And it's on weekly TV, free?
Just a standard weekly free telly match.
It's not free, it's $9.99.
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah, wait for that. I'll say no more on that, but wait for that. Still waiting for my outro. So here's Adam Pacitti, and I'm never getting one. There's a change.org petition to get me one now.
Yeah, I saw this. 2 million signatures. And it's yours, Tom.
Thanks, friends.
Good luck, pal.
Here's Adam in a t-shirt.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.